How does a joystick capture your movements or let you control a game? Let's understand a joystick. This is part 29 of the KEYESTUDIO 3701 sensor kit, the Joystick Module. I'll use the fritzing software to show you how to connect everything. Here's what you'll need. An Arduino microcontroller, preferably the UNO version or similar, a USB cable, a 400 type 1 breadboard, the joystick module, and 5 to 9 jumper wires. Place the joystick module on the breadboard towards the middle, connect the pin labeled G and D to ground, connect the pin labeled plus 5V to 5 volts, connect the pin labeled VRX to analog pin A1, connect the pin labeled VRY to analog pin A0, and connect the pin labeled SW to digital pin 8. Now here is the real version. Here are the key features of this sensor module. The VRX and VRY pins are connected to variable resistors. When the joystick button moves, the resistance changes for that position in the X plane or the Y plane. This is captured by taking an analog reading of the resistors. The values are mapped to a range between 0 and 1023. The SW pin stands for switch. This pin is connected to the built-in push button that is activated by pressing the joystick into the board. Next, grab the USB cable connected to the Arduino and then connect to your computer. We'll use the Arduino IDE software for programming the Arduino UNO. Upload the following 23 lines of code. Open the serial monitor and observe the values from the sensor. Move the joystick around and you'll see the changes for the X and Y positions. Press down on the joystick and it works just like a push button. If you happen to have the newer UNO R4 with built-in LED matrix, then try the following 42 lines of code. In the LED matrix example section, use the matrix frame buffer.ino example as a starting point. You can create a simple sketch game on the Arduino board with this example. Once the screen fills up, press the reset button to start over. Once you get the hang of it, come back and join us for the next module. As a bonus step, if you'd like to view the values of the X and Y plane as a graph, you can use the serial plotter feature in the Arduino IDE. First, make sure your Arduino board is connected to your computer. Then, in the top right corner of the IDE, you'll see a pulse symbol. Click there and a new window will pop up. In order for the serial plotter to recognize your variables, make sure that your label for the variable has a colon with no empty spaces at the end. The next value should be the respective variable. Repeat this for the remaining variables. Adjust the delay function to speed up or slow down the graph plotting.